Hi everyone, and welcome back to another chapter of From Ashes to a New Beginning, written by me, Stacey Holt. Artwork was by Pastelkittygoreart. As for my voice actors, Diz will be voicing Cat Noir and Adrien, and I will be voicing Marinette and the narrator. Anyways, please support me by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Oh, and again, sharing my series if you're enjoying them. But back to chapter 49. Marinette smiled and nodded, standing up from her sewing machine. I'm done with my first design, by the way. Want to see it? Marinette smiled.
For the deadline next week?
Adrien asked, seeing Marinette nod.
Marinette, you work incredibly fast. You know I only needed the ideas, like the designs, by today. Not any finished fabrics or designs.
Adrien laughed. I have them all done. I didn't want to just sit here all day. I wanted to go ahead and start on them, Marinette said, fiddling with her fingers.
I would love to see your ideas over dinner. For your finished pieces, I would like to see them all. At the same time on models at the fashion show in 2 weeks.
Adrien winked. Marinette smiled with a light blush and nodded, picking up her sketchbook. She walked over to Adrien, and he closed her studio room behind her. They walked out of the building once they both clocked out. Wait, what's tomorrow? Marinette asked.
Thursday?
Adrien said, opening the passenger car door for her to slide in. Huh? I have a test tomorrow in my color theory class. Marinette groaned.
Color theory? I could help you study tonight.
Adrien said, getting into the driver's seat. And I kinda made plans for us this weekend too? Well, maybe, Marinette said, a little nervous.
Plans?
He said, looking over at her. I invited Chloe and Kim to go on a double date with us. I hope that's alright, Marinette said.
Perfectly fine.
Save the cat jokes for later. Marinette rolled her eyes. They both laughed as they drove back to the Agrest mansion. As they pulled up to the Agrest mansion and walked upstairs, they both changed into their pajamas for the night. That way, once they de-transformed, they wouldn't have to waste time changing later. Adrien pulled out the miracle box and opened it, letting Marinette look at the miraculous. The jewelry in front of her were dazzling, but the fact she couldn't have the earrings hurt more. She hesitated, but grabbed the mouse miraculous, putting it around her neck. Adrien smiled, watching her transform. Adrien put the miracle box away and transformed, rushing after her. She watched her partner chase after her in the moonlight. It was exactly the same. Though she wasn't Ladybug, she would always be his lady. She trusted him, and he trusted her. He would always be there for her, as she would always be there for him. They were a power couple. Multimouse stopped on top of the Eiffel Tower, letting her legs dangle off the edge. Instead of the warm, bubbly feeling she would normally feel, she felt dread. Her face must have given away the way she felt, because he sat down beside her and pulled her close, letting her head lay on his shoulder.
What's on your mind, my little catnip?
He smirked, looking down at her. She looked up at him and rolled her eyes, pushing him away.
Sorry. Too cheesy?
Cat, she groaned.
All right. Really, what's the matter?
He said, pulling her back to him with a comforting face. We need to find a new ladybug. I can't be her anymore. Hawkmoth is going to strike soon. I can feel it. He knows I'm not Ladybug anymore. He thinks you're all alone, Multimouse explained.
Who are you thinking?
Cat asked. You're the guardian, Multimouse said with a hurtful expression, looking out at the far distance. Cat looked at her and could see it was hurting her. He understood why. It would be painful for him if it was him and Plagg. He lifted his hand to her cheek to turn her head to look at him. She looked at him a little confused and surprised. Though his face remained sad, he leaned in and kissed her softly. She kissed him back, but pulled away soon after. Cat, you can't distract me with your good looks and charms. You need to pick someone, She smiled.
I'll choose when the time comes. I can't pick right now.
He explained. You need to, she urged.
I can't. No one can replace you. To me, you should be Ladybug forever. There was a reason you kept your memories. Your parents are no longer in Paris. Hawkmoth and Myra have nothing over you now. Why not remain Ladybug?
He tried to beg. Hawkmoth and Myra will always try to have something over me. They know my civilian self. They will try to hurt me when I'm not transformed. If not then, they will hurt my friends I know. They might hurt Adrien. And what if Adrien has to transform like I did? I can't risk that, Multi-Mouse explained. Cat went silent, knowing she had a point. So, about dinner? Multi-Mouse said, turning to Cat Noir.
Oh, yeah. What would you like?
He smiled. Surprise me? She chuckled.
Then I'll be right back, Squeaker. Don't go anywhere.
He smiled, pulling out his staff and extending it vertically until it hit the ground. All right, Furball, you're pushing your 9 lives with all these nicknames. She laughed, seeing him blow her a kiss before sliding down his staff. Multi-Mouse stared out at the busy city below, thinking about the unanswered question that still lingered in her mind. Who would be the next Ladybug? She sighed and touched her ears, remembering the time she shared with Tikki, wishing somehow she could change things. She heard someone coming back and saw 2 black cat ears poke their way back up, followed by 2 happy green cat eyes looking at her. He plopped a bag of food in front of them, returning beside her.
I might have gone a little all out.
He chuckled, opening the bag. I figured as much, she said, seeing him bringing out 2 entrees, dessert, and then also bringing up 2 drinks. He then also brought up another bag with their appetizer as well. You know, we aren't going to be able to eat all of this, she laughed.
That's all right. We can have leftovers.
He winked. All right, she said, grabbing a fork. They began to eat as they overlooked the city. After they were done eating, she stood up and stretched.
The date's over? Already?
He frowned. We patrolled, we ate, she said, looking down at him. We kissed? She winked. What else is there on a date?
Time?
He sighed. Time? She repeated, unsure of what he meant.
It just went by so fast,
he said, looking out at the city. That's what happens when you're having fun. Things just slip through your fingers. Come on, kitty. I need help studying for my test. She smiled. They put all of their trash into bags and then threw them away. Returning back to their home, they detransformed and crawled into bed with Marinette's study guide for the next day. Marinette gave Adrien the Multi-Mouse Miraculous bag, and he placed it back within the miracle box. As they studied for her test, they were both unaware that someone had texted his phone.